Oops, I did it again. It's Tuesday, someday, 19th? I don't know. Got the floor all ripped out. That crack sucks. I hate it. I hate it real bad. It just keeps going. Probably there's an earthquake somewhere because of that. Couple of odd things. We had that hole there, and right across from it is another one. So I'm wondering if they had a drain at some point. Because over here, dirt. Just in between the joists, up to the bottom of the wood. Just dirt. All the way. And all the boards on the perimeter, rotten. So, I don't know. We've sprayed, and if you notice right here, looks kind of different than it does right over there. That's the stuff the bleach is killing. It's not letting it get to the cement, so as you're spraying, it almost like balls up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it any better over here. Kind of like that. Some of it's dust, some of it's this other stuff. I think it's, I don't know, similar to niter. It's a moss mold kind of thing. Fungus, I don't know. It's in some Poe stories. They talk about it a couple times. In Cask of the Amontillado. There could be somebody in the wall. Maybe that's what's going on. Fortunato, knock 3 times. So, got that vacuumed. There was so much dirt. I didn't sweep it. I just took the dustpan and was just scooping. I filled this once. It's that full. This is heavy enough to be about half full of everything else that I vacuumed up. We got some chunks missing in the wall, like right there, like over there, like down in that crack there. So tomorrow, back to the hardware store, I guess, and we'll get some of the proper mix for that. I mean, it's so bad over there. It's so bad. We'll need to fix it. No porch. You don't want to come in there. The hole where our internet is going to be coming through is right there. I'm going to be getting probably 1.25 inch masonry bit. We're just going to drill a hole all the way through. Our conduit outside is 3/4, but I'm going to get the 1 inch because I'm actually going to put conduit in there. So my elbow can just go flush up against the wall, and then real nice, good seal that way. None of that gobs of caulking that the other dude used. So it's dark. It's night. It's I don't know, 8:30, 8:45. I figured it was stopping time. So this has been sprayed twice. This has been sprayed once. We'll come out tomorrow morning, spray this again. Then we'll head out on our, it just doesn't end. I think we'll just buy 140-pound bag, a mix. That should be plenty. We'll fill that in. We'll fill that in. All along there where the floor and the walls meet, we'll get in there. Fill in down there. Any of the real rough spots. It makes me want to consider going down again just to the stone on that wall, because I think they just mortared over it. Probably won't. Makes me think about it, but I probably won't. If I can get all that stuff done, we should be fine. Then tomorrow we'll get our patch. We'll come out and we'll patch everything. Let that sit for however long it needs to sit. Got now. And hopefully we can come out and put a coat of seal on this half. Maybe 2. And then once that's cured and you know, it's good to work on, then we'll move stuff over. Do the same thing over on that side. Okay, that's it. That's it. Oh, great. Now I can't see. My Nice way to start, huh? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is later than I wanted to start today, but I had to go out and do a supply run because we always have to start with a supply run. Here's some floor patch and leveler. Web patch 90. I did find my masonry bit. It's only an inch. A little bigger would have been nice, but we can wiggle, I'm sure. And had to get a new work light because the old one kind of sucks. This is not a great brand, but you know, it'll be fine. This is what's going to go in the crack. When that's all dry and cure, we're going to kind of hit all the lower spots with this, and then just kind of the whole area. Then when that's dry and all cured, then we're going to do that. I doubt we'll get it all done today. Last night, you may recall, came out and I got this done and sprayed. So it needs swept, sprayed one more time. Then it needs to dry one more time. And then we'll start working on this crack. I've been looking everywhere for my chisel. Can't find it. So I'm going to do the best I can without it. It's probably a mistake, but we'll see. If that bag of patch ends up doing, a fairly decent job, we might go buy a bag of sand mix. Sand mix is Portland cement and sand. I like it. I like it more than concrete for most applications. Concrete's got rocks in it. Like this, that's more of a concrete. This is more of a cement. And what we'll do with that is we'll get the sand mix and we'll actually, patch the walls in the rough spots. It'll work better than this. This hydraulic cement is really good, but it's not meant to do large, it's meant for this, not this kind of a thing. So, not finished work, we'll say. Okay, don't need this anymore because one of those bulbs is burnt out, and the new work lamp I got, that little one, was like $10 more than a bulb for this, and it's an LED. This is halogen, so it's really bright, but also it's really hot. So I might take the lights off, save the base. I don't know yet. What do we need out of here? We're gonna need trowel. We're gonna need trowel. Might need a stirring stick. I don't know. We gotta spray first. Sweep and spray first. Order of operations. Treat this like algebra. It's the best advice I can give you. Okay, so floor is sprayed, so let's dry and we're gonna drill a hole. Pick up my mess, then we'll drill a hole. Excuse me. So this is a masonry bit. A normal drill bit, these flutes are sharp, and it cuts through and pulls itself through the wood. So a normal drill bit works. This is a masonry bit. This is what does the cutting, this little wedge here. And all the flutes do is clear out the material. So it's not sharp. It's not sharp at all. This is a hammer drill. The way a hammer drill works is a normal drill just spins. This regular drill bit does the cutting and the pulling and pulls itself through. You can push, but generally you pull the trigger, the drill will pull itself in. Excuse me. This guy turns, but there's also a little anvil in there that kind of bumps and pushes this through the material. Excuse me. It's also why there's a handle on it, so you can stabilize it, sturdy it, and push it a little more consistently. Only thing I don't like about these is you got to keep the old chuck key. And I could probably change that, put something else in it, but it'll be fine. Another thing, this is a 3-pin little 3-jaw chuck. This bit has 3 flats on the shank. You want to line those up with your chuck, your jaws and your chuck. So I'm going to drill the hole. This bit is long enough that it should go all the way through. You won't have to go side by side. Having the hole started is kind of nice. We just got to make sure we can get it seated in there well enough that it's not going to do any of that mess. Then when that's done, we'll cut another chunk of this, feed it through, glue it on here, push it all the way in, cut it off flush on the inside. Then we feed the wire through. Pretty easy stuff. Would you look at that? It's very hollow in there. I don't know how much I love that. Hole is drilled, obviously. So now we need our PVC. Excuse me. This has been very dusty. Not that. Where did I put it? Oh, there's a little piece. That'll work just fine. I need those. I thought I had. Oh, it's over there next to the shed. I thought I had another big stick of this. Excuse me. All right. There we go. You know, another thing I could and probably should do just to help hold everything in place a little better. Somewhere, I think in this bag, I really need to just get out here and clean everything up. I dropped one. No. Gone forever now. Okay, so fittings. Not all fittings are created equal. These are all 3/4 inch couplers. You see, and this is like average. These are short. They make longer ones, like that. You can get some like that. I like these because they are so short for some applications. This is pretty good. This is like middle length one. And this one's okay. I think it's almost too much, but this one, I really like this size. But for this project, we're going to use this one, the short one, and we'll glue it on. And what I think we might even do is I might cut it not quite in half, cut it, you know, about 3/4 of the way down so it's not sticking out of the wall so much. I'll show you what I'm doing when we get there. So let's go there. sunglasses on. Can't see, so bright. This will run through this, and then this gets glued on the outside. We push it up against the wall, and then we'll seal around that. And then on the inside, when we cut off what we're not going to use, where are we? There we are. We'll put this on, and this will kind of act as a stop. That way it can't go in or out on its own. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's why I think, we might cut it down about halfway, because we don't need that much sticking out of the wall. So long as it gets to that little crease there in the middle, maybe that right there, we'll be fine. That's another two-hand job though. So then we get to working on that. Boom, glued on the outside. Now I'm sure by now somebody has had this thought, but Jason, how are you going to cut that with the cable still in? You get yourself something real long and real hard. You take with that what you will. Now our cable, can't really see it. Cable's kind of all over the place. So you feed in your real long, your real hard, whatever. Okay? It's in there. And this screwdriver is going to stop past this point. So grabbed the cutters. Where did I put them? Oh, back pocket. So what we're going to do, since these cutters only cut from the one side, we're going to cut down. And when we hit that screwdriver, we're going to slowly rotate until we get enough that we can just snap it. We push it in a little farther, so on, so on, so on. Would have been easier to measure it, put it in, cut it, glue it, all that, but if we would have cut it first, I wouldn't have had anything in here to work on. Well, because you need enough on the outside to hold it while you push the elbow on. So if I made this too short, it could get stuck in the wall. So you just leave it long. It's fine. That. Not a mark on it. Now, the other thing you could do is you could have a tube cutter. You can use that. I've got one, but I don't think it will actually reach between this and the wall. Maybe we should go look. Maybe we'll try that. Give you a tube cutter demonstration. That may not be a bad idea. You know me, all about education. That drill bit, by the way, was like $30. So, if you're pricing stuff, let's see, what's it in here? Oh, did I hang it up? Is it in the toolbox? No. I know I own one. There it is. This guy right here, from the nice folks at Rigid. Gotta love Rigid. Okay, so open her up. The cutters that I was using, they're designed to cut clean through the pipe, all the way. These don't. put it on. Yeah, it ain't gonna fit. It's all right. Okay. That's not very tight. Doesn't have to be. We're just gonna go all the way around as much as we can. Give it a twist. Do it again. Give it a twist. Do it again. Give it another twist. Do it again. Another twist. This is about slow and steady. That should be the last one we need. I like these pants, but I hate that the pocket there is zippered. Nope, not quite. I think there's too much on the other side. We'll go back on, try again. Still in the same hole? Yes, we are. Yeah, there we go. We'll have to finish it with the snips. If it was farther away from the wall, this would have done the job just fine. But it wasn't, and that's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right. Now, there's a little daylight in there. Okay. Screwdriver's in. Blade cable's on the bottom. Blade goes on the top. And you can't use these like scissors. Best method is to hold these and then turn the pipe. I can't do that right now. There we go. That's sticking out a little farther than I'd like, but I don't think I can get the tools any closer. I've got a little saw I could use, but I'm not super concerned about it, and I'll show you why. Back in your spot. We're going to frame this wall, and we're framing it with 2x4 here. That's why. It's going to be well behind. We'll just a little thing on the wall. Come out with the cable. Maybe we'll hang our modem / router right there. Maybe we'll hang it right there. Don't know. Don't know. Cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, I'm going to get this glued on. I don't think I'm going to cut it. I think we'll be fine. Because you got to think that 2x4, and then we're going to have the drywall. So add a 1/2 inch to that. Plenty of room. When we come back, this will be dry enough. I'm going to vacuum out this crack one more time. We'll get the can or the jug, container, whatever, of a filler. We'll read the directions. Should be fairly self-explanatory, and we'll see what we can do with that. So we don't like, I should have grabbed my tape measure. It's kind of important. We don't like review stuff like tools very much because I mean, that's not what this channel's about. This channel's not about doing what I'm doing now, so I guess that really isn't a argument for or against anything, really. Did I lose the tape measure again? I thought it was clipped onto the side of the thing. Heat gun. No. No. Come on. There it is. There it is. It's supposed to be right there. There's a little clip. Anyway. Have never used an LED work light before. Not like this, anyway. So let's compare. This is it. Out of the box, just like that. Here's the old halogen. One of the things we're going to look at. How deep this is. Because you have to have this big old cage on it because it gets hot. So that's 9 inches. 9.5 with a button. Call it you need 10. This guy, this little guy, is that thick. That deep. And it's, I mean, I get that one's on a real big stand. There's 2 of them, but this weighs nothing. It really, nothing. You can tell we don't do this because I don't have a good setup for this. It's not even an inch with that. I don't see a button. So this must be a plug it in, it's on, unplug it, it's off. That's fine. You have to attach the feet, or what I think I'm going to do with it is I'm just going to throw a couple screws up there and mount it like that. I just don't know if the cord's long enough for that. So it might get mounted somewhere else to the side of the door or something. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to get it set up. We'll plug it in. We'll see how it looks. Okay. There's our light. I won't shine it right in your face. And it's hard to tell right now because I got the door kind of open. So let's close it. Now, it was dark in here last night when I was working. So that's the door closed. That is not super awesome, amazingly bright. But you know what? 2 of these would be more than enough. Like, this is enough. I can work in this. This is great. Put it up here on the ceiling. That's just the camera doing its lighting thing. That's with the work light. So yeah, not bad. I think this was $20. I'd buy another one. They had a 3,000 lumen. This is 1,000. The 3,000 was, I think, 50, and they had a dual one, which was, I think, 65. It was 2 3,000s, I think, or maybe 2 2,000s. I don't remember. I wasn't interested in it, so I didn't look at it. So, yeah, no, that's great. I could absolutely see myself using this thing quite a bit for other things too. So, back to work. All right, let's see. Rapid setting, high strength, instantly stop flowing water, blah, blah, blah. Above or below grade. Seal leaks in swimming pools, fountains, and cisterns. Sealing around pipes, conduit, and manholes. Uniformly blended, properly proportioned mixture of Portland cement, grated sand, and proprietary additives. Free of loose material, dirt, algae, da-da-da. We did that. Small cracks should be enlarged with the chisel. Edges must be square or undercut. Excuse me. Well, best we can. Mix only the amount that can be applied in 2 to 3 minutes. Add powder to water blend. 4.5 parts cement, 1 part water by weight. Heavy putty consistency. Roll the mixture between your hands to mix. Oh. Okay. And just press it in. Cool. I thought it was pre-mixed for a second. Guess not. That's even better. Means I can use it at my leisure. Oh, come on. My hands hurt so much today. Doing things is hard. Okay, cool. Can work with that. Our hawk is out here, right there. So we'll need to get some water. So let me do that. I don't want this. Don't want the sticker on it though. I really wish they would use a different adhesive. That can't be good for the metal. Come on, Marshalltown. What are you doing? You want to get off my fingers? Alright, I think I saw the mail come by too, so let's do a couple things at once here. Okay, let's see if the phone stand will work today. Maybe, probably not. How's that? If we shoot for right in front of the tools, we should be fine. Okay, here's our hawk. We've seen this before. This is what I like to do all my mixing on. I don't like using little buckets because I think they're messy. Water. We've got our knife. We have a trowel. I brought in another trowel. I don't see where I put it. There we go. Our chair. Okay. Now, I've never worked with this stuff before, so I don't know what to expect with it. So it says only mix as much as you can work in a couple minutes. I don't know how much that is. So we'll start with that. Don't need the 5-in-1 for this job. Make a little mound, put a little divot in the middle, like a little baby volcano. Lid on this picture is terrible. We're just going to put just a little to start. Just about like that. Take our knife. We're just going to kind of add dry to wet. And not drip it in the bag. This stuff comes in a bag in the bucket to keep it dry. And I can tell that's not enough water. We just have a clumpy mess. We're going for putty, if you recall. A little water bottle would be better. I don't have a little water bottle. I don't drink bottled water. I think that's stupid. That may have been too much water. I think it was. That's pretty wet. That's more runny drywall mud than what I would want for a cement patch. So let's get a little more. Not a whole lot. Just a little. That feels pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're just going to press it into the crack hard as we can. And then we'll smooth it out best we can. I'm not going to be able to do that because this is busted, so I won't be able to like angle it. But we're going to, over the top, we'll get that square trowel, this guy, press in and down. And then we'll take this one and we'll go point. And then we'll go back over the top of the other stuff. Okay. I'll show you when it's done. That does set up pretty fast. Wow. Not going to get near as much work time as I wanted. We're taking the point and digging the point into the crack. And then we're going to go back over that with the flat to really pack it. Take off any excess from the top with our putty knife. Doesn't have to be pretty, doesn't have to be smooth, just needs to fill the hole. The other stuff we got, we're going to kind of build up with this, and then the other stuff will kind of go out with and then hit all the real low spots. Okay, I think that's about all I'm going to get out of it. So that's what we got. And we're just going to carry on and do all of that. Super exciting, fun time. Your old pal Jason finished up. Sat down in that chair right there with Ms. Lucy. We damn near had a nap. Okay. Too bad. It needs a lot of setup time. I mean, curing time, I guess. I don't remember if we read that or not. Add powder to water, do not mix. This material is reactive and may degrade unpainted aluminum. Oh God. More than one application is needed. Make sure the other one is set completely. 10 pounds will do approximately 145 cubic inches. Surface ready mixing instructions. Wear impervious gloves. see anything that gives me like a curing time. Typical, stop leaks in 3 to 5 minutes. That's great. 5,500 psi at 28 days. That's great. Yeah, got nothing. I guess we'll just give it some regular old cement setup time. See how it goes. Lunchtime. Perfect. I could go for some lunch. You guys want some lunch? Let's go get some lunch. I'll fly you by. You know what we need to do first? We need to see how we mix this stuff. Oh man. Upside down. I have to put it on the side. Let's see. Clean mixing container. Yeah, close enough. Stirring stick. Sure. Clean water. A spatula and a trowel. Rubber gloves. Yeah. Heavier mixtures recommended for larger fills. Keep all utensils clean. Accelerate setting time. Do not use concrete slabs to come into contact with the earth where moisture seepage is possible. It's fine. Maybe we'll put this first and then this on top of that. That'd be the way to go. Structurally sound. Yeah. Used as a primer for surfaces where alkali are present. Prime wood for improved patch bond. 3 parts powder to 1 part of water. 20 ounces of water for 4 pounds of powder. How much is this? 25. I was going to guess 20. Do not mix more material that can be used in 15 minutes. After mixing, we'll set in 20 to 30 minutes. Maybe use floor level or additive. Maybe use place water, latex, additive mixtures, improved grace of string. Skim coat of wet patch. Fill all holes, depressions, and cracks in surface of substrate. Make sure that pat wets in properly, uniformly. Greater than ½ inch, but less than 1. 2 coats. Do not over trowel. Okay. Open time 20 to 30 minutes. Final cure is 3 days. Do not allow traffic over floors in 1 hour. Now, what do you say? Easy way to deal with water seepage problems. Formulated waterproofing, blah, blah, blah. Cinder and concrete block. Perfect. Stucco and brick. Resist 10 psi greater than a wall of water 22 feet high! Exclamation point. Fully transferable. 10-year warranty. How do you transfer a warranty? So I took it up and I moved it somewhere else. How's my warranty? Apply to dry surfaces. Wait for a dry, rain-free period to apply. Not recommended for use on horizontal surfaces subject to foot traffic. How about vertical ones? Surface must be clean and free from dirt, blah, 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 blah. Old paint in poor condition must be removed, sure. Patch of holes and cracks. Fast setting hydraulic cement, Efloracine. White powder must be removed. Muriatic acid are effective, sure. Stir thoroughly before and during application. Do not thin. Air and surface temperatures must be 50 degrees or higher. Apply first coat with a roller. 3/4. Everything else said 3/8, so about 3/8. It'll be fine. For rolled back, brush the first coat to fill pinholes. If brushwork the hydraulic into bores, sure, 2-3 hours between coats. Second coat with the roller, brush, or spray. However, for decorative purposes, you can apply a good quality latex paint. Wait 24 hours before applying any decorative top coat. You can tint it after 2 coats. If leaking is still present, it indicates that pores or pinholes are still open, blah, blah, blah. Vapor, harmful, may affect the brain or nervous system. Overexposure may cause lung and kidney damage. Well, I got 2 of each. Ideally. All right, well, we do have that kind of oily spot. My chair. Got a good degreaser I can just brush that with. It should be fine. Now we got to decide, do we want to patch the level or level the patch? You know what I'm saying? Should we seal it first? Probably not. I feel like the seal should be the most outer layer. So we'll mix up some of the bagged stuff. It's real low in that corner, so we'll hit that. We'll get in that corner up there and that crack down there. We'll go on from there. Now, if it doesn't look like it's going to do the job like I want it to, what I will do is I'll get a bag of sand mix. Because sand mix, I can make work with that stuff. Sand mix is pretty darn good in general. Patchwork over there and over there. So I did try something different with the stuff, that stuff over here. The crack was real thin and kind of deep, so I just put it in dry powder, and wetted it. That's why this looks a little different here. Actually, it's been long enough. I should probably wet that again. It's a technique, a system, a method that I've seen used for cement. I've never tried it. You put it down, you wet it, and then you come back, and like once an hour for 3 hours, you come back and wet it again. So we'll just try it again. It's supposed to kind of soak through. It may not work. It may not work at all. It may be terrible. But this was the smallest, lightest crack that wasn't really superficial. So we try it. We just get it lightly wet the first time, and then saturate it after that. And again, it may not work. It may work great. This may be the best part. I don't know for sure. And the fan's not really doing much. I just got it on because I wanted to. So, lunchtime. My God. It got cold. The rain came. We knew it was going to happen, but my God. All right, so I don't know that I love this mix. It didn't. You're not supposed to overwork it, but that looks terrible, I think. I mean, it's a little better. We took care of a little spot over there, a little spot over there. I'm going to go, when I go back to the store next, I'm going to buy a mixer attachment for my drill. I thought I had one. Can't find it. I probably took it to work. Anyway, yeah, it's raining. So I thought now's a good time. Just come out and peek. Where the floor looks wet is still where it's the deepest. So there's where the most saturation for the water has been. Looks okay over there. I know it's real wet here, but this did get sprayed twice. It's mostly all right over there. So, I mean, there's not enough water yet that this should be seeping, but I wanted to come and look, and I wanted to come check this. We're dry as a bone there. Now, if I could get the pipe in the other end, up there where the house is, all set up and get the wire on, then we'd have working internet out here. Wouldn't have power, but we'd have internet. So that's about it for now. Just thought we better come and take a peek. I kind of wanted to get more of that dirt raked up, but it didn't happen. It's fine. It'll pack what's in the hole a little better. Anyway, it's kind of cold. Not in here. It's pleasant in here. Kind of cold out there. I hate to pause De La Soul, but you know, I'm kind of pulling a semi-nighter here. I wasn't thinking I was going to do this, but it's still warm. Excuse me, warm enough. It's been sprinkling on and off, so I kind of I want to get it done. So we're out here, we're going to do it. So, opened up my kit. It's got a pan and a liner. Got extra liners in there. We've got a roller cage and some heads. This is not finished. This is not pretty. This is not meant to be looked at. This just needs to be goop on the floor. That's all we care about. So, is that a silver? No, that's an Ultra Pro. That's too bad. Real skinny handle. Don't like that. Okay. Somewhere. Did I leave it out here? Yes. Okay. Bought this, I don't know, it's been a couple years, for $30. And it's an extension. Like you push, and it extends. And this thing is probably one of the best investments in painting equipment I have ever made. Because the floor is a long way down, you know. I'm right around 6 feet tall, so that's a long way. And that's a long way. And even that's a bit of a reach sometimes, so spend the money, get a good one. I know there's another one. Worcester might make it, where it doesn't thread on, it clips on. There's like a little push button lock for the roller. Might not be a bad idea for that either. So now the directions say it's best to use a 3/4 nap. Well, I bought 3/8, and that's quite a bit different. But I think it will be fine. This might be a two-hand thing. Anyway, this goes in there, that goes on there, that goes on floor. We're going to start along this wall and work our way over to about the middle of the room. Then we'll start over there, work our way to the door. And we'll start over there, work our way to the door. Then we'll do the door. How much more detail do you need? This is pretty thick and needed mixed very, very thoroughly. Had separated quite a bit. I feel like if I had 2 sticks back to back, I would be getting better results out of the mixing. But I think we'll be okay. Oh no, I got some on the floor. Man. What a bummer. Alright, let's get this out of here. I brought it in because it started to sprinkle a little bit, but it stopped. No, it started again. I don't care. Wait for a rain-free day, it says. I mean, you mean like any humidity or just some? We'll see. Alright, this is going to be another two-hander. Put a little down, then we'll take a look at it. Okay, here's what I can tell you about this stuff. Doors and windows open, good idea. A little goes a little way. Very, very sticky, which, not surprising there. Knocked a little crap off the wall there. It's fine, ain't too worried about it. This is a little more than half a gallon. And 1 gallon's supposed to do, I think, 100 square feet. So I could have gone a little thicker. 3/4 inch roller, good idea, just for putting more down, because it was constantly refilling this one. The reason this spot here looks so much thicker is because I just dumped some out. Thought, let's try that, because I got all this down here I can't really get into. So yeah, so I think tomorrow we'll dump the rest of that just kind of all along and just kind of move it around a bit. The other thing, this really shows where all the low spots are. Not super worried about it. Probably should be, because that's, if we get any seepage, those are going to be the trouble spots. But other than that, I mean, it's just like rolling really thick paint that you don't have to make look good, thank God. This, I think, is more how it's supposed to look than that. But no, I can work with this. 100% I can work with this. Hi, Lucy. I know we got a huge mess over here, huh? Come on. Come on. You don't want over here. Thank you. All right. Shut and lock the doors. Gonna put a bunch of this stuff inside. Get that off of there somehow. No porch. Got it. Wait. You're an even bigger dope. Yeah. Okay, I better go before these three get any ideas. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you sometime tomorrow and see how it looks. Sorry, me again. I'm an idiot. A total dope. See the can? See the can? You may notice there's no lid. The lid's over there. This takes like 3 hours to set up, so I'll figure something out. Okay. For real this time. Bye.